Most people believe they'll figure out retirement later, right? But what if I told you one out of every four Americans reaches age 65 with $0 saved? Boom. Let that sink in for a second. Today, we're not talking theory. We're talking what actually happens when someone hits retirement age with no savings, no investments, and no safety net. And stick with me till the end because I'll show you the simple three-step plan that even late starters can use to turn things around. So, retirement isn't this distant, dreamy moment people think it is. It comes faster than we expect, and when it arrives, the numbers don't lie. If you reach 65 with no savings, your life looks very different from what you imagined. Let's break it down step by step in the simplest way possible. All right, so let's imagine this. You're 65, you wake up on your first official day of retirement. No job, no paycheck, and, your bank account is sitting at zero. Most people think, well, I'll get Social Security, right? Yes, but here's the catch. The average Social Security check in the United States right now is about $1,913 per month. Sounds okay for 3 seconds, but then reality kicks in. The average cost of living for a retiree? Around $4,000 or more per month. I mean, right there, boom, you're short by over $2,000 every single month. That's the moment people panic because the math simply doesn't work. Social Security was never designed to fully support anyone. It was made to be a supplement, not the whole plan. So, when someone retires with zero savings, here's what actually happens. 1. Housing becomes the biggest battle. Most retirees have to move to cheaper locations. Some even move in with adult children. Others rent a single room in a shared house. In the U.S., the average rent is over $1,200, and that's low compared to major cities. Already half your Social Security check is gone. Medicare is not free. Medicare premiums, medications, hospital visits, they add up. The typical retiree spends around $6,500 per year on health-related costs. When you have no savings, that means choosing between medicine and groceries. Lifestyle cuts become extreme. Travel? Gone. Eating out? Barely. Fixing your car? Delayed. Buying a gift for your grandkids? Painful. When prices rise, and they always do, Social Security doesn't keep up. I mean, imagine trying to live on the same income while everything around you becomes more expensive each year. That's the reality for people with zero retirement savings. Let's walk through a simple, real-world example. Someone retires with no savings and relies only on Social Security. Their monthly income? $1,913. Let's go line by line. Rent, $1,200. Food, $400. Utilities and phone, $200. Medications, $200. Total expenses, $2,000. Leftover? Minus $87. You see what happened? Even after living extremely basic, they're still underwater almost $100 every month. This is why so many retirees fall into debt, even though they're no longer working. When someone hits 65 with no savings, here are the uncomfortable realities. 1. They keep working. Many take part-time jobs at grocery stores, warehouses, call centers, not because they want to, but because they have to. They move in with family. This is becoming extremely common. Multi-generational homes are rising, not by choice, but by necessity. They depend on government programs, food stamps, low-income housing, assistance programs. But these systems are stretched, not guaranteed. Old cars, jewelry, furniture, sometimes even their home, if they're lucky enough to own one. Medical problems get worse. Without savings, retirees delay treatment. They skip appointments. They cut pills in half to make them last. Debt becomes a trap. Credit cards fill the gap, but at 17 to 29% interest, it gets ugly. This is the real picture no one talks about. Now, here's where I want you to breathe, because the situation looks scary, but the solution doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need thousands of dollars a month. You don't need a fancy financial advisor. You don't need to start at age 20. Even if you start small, the math is on your side. If you invest $5 a day, that's about $150 per month. At normal market growth, that can reach around $200,000 in 30 years. If you invest $10 a day, that's $300 per month. This could grow to around $400,000 in 30 years. If you start at age 40 with $10 a day, still around $180,000 by retirement. Most people think investing is complicated, but the hardest part isn't investing, it's starting. All right, so here's the part you really need. If you're watching this and thinking, I'm already behind, don't panic. This is the 3-step plan that works for almost everyone. Step 1. Fix the budget using one rule. Either use the 50-30-20 rule or the 70-20-10 rule. Both help you create a gap, that extra money you can invest. Without that gap, nothing changes. Step 2. Automate the investment. Don't think, don't wait, don't time the market. Just automate. Use simple vehicles like S&P 500 index funds, target date retirement funds, total market index funds. You set it once and the system grows your future for you. Step 3. Cut the 3 biggest expenses. You don't need to cut coffee or Netflix. Those don't move the needle. You need to focus on the big 3. 1. Housing. Downsize. Move slightly outside the city or negotiate rent. 2. Cars. Drive your car longer. No more expensive financing. 3. Food. Meal planning saves hundreds of dollars every month.
Handling these 3 alone can unlock $200 to $500 per month for investing. That is life-changing. So here's the truth. Retiring with zero savings is one of the scariest financial situations anyone can face. But it's also completely avoidable, even if you start late. Your future self, the 60-year-old version of you, is quietly hoping you start today. Even if it's small, even if it feels slow. Small steps today become big comfort tomorrow. And if you found this helpful, make sure to stick around. We've got more videos coming to help you build a future you can count on.